Good morning, cult members, and welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And this is going to be our trailer reaction for Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the newest Game of Thrones series that's coming, that's going to deal with Duck and Egg. That has been teased for a while. We finally got something. Thank you, New York City Comic Con. Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and go.
I was squire to Sir Ireland of Pennytree since I was a boy.
100 years.
Me to be
Perfect.
a good knight, to defend the weak and the innocent, and I swore that I would.
All right.
Are you Baelor Targaryen?
He's a Targaryen.
No.
Then would you move the fuck out of the way?
Okay, he's not a Targaryen.
Sir Duncan the Tall.
Never heard of him.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms then?
The good ones.
Honesty.
Prince Ashford. I could swipe you, sir.
Rob me and I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
I'll get some.
Where?
Boys, stop gaping. See to my horse.
I'm not a stable boy, my lord.
Not clever enough.
I know I'm just a hedge knight, but sometimes I think there could be more.
Why do you treat these royal lapdogs like they're your betters?
They are my betters.
These men have a name, training. What chance do I have? I have no chance.
Falling
Thanks.
stars in place who see it.
So the luck is ours alone?
It looks practical.
I need to
I've been to that
fight
event.
Yep.
But sometimes I think I buried my courage alongside the old man.
Nice moment.
And in every man, there are many men. So be brave. Be
Dragons. Oh. In the face.
tough. Be tall.
Great shot!
Name, right? Yeah.
January 18th. We're back to doing week-to-week shows again, I guess. We'll see.
It's not like we're gonna have anything better to do.
That's true.
Pacific Northwest in January. and
Right,
we're
exactly. Exactly. Thoughts?
Thoughts? It. So first of all, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right in our wheelhouse.
Yeah. It. From this trailer, feels funnier,
I was going to say the same
lighter
thing. Yeah.
than Game of Thrones, and definitely the Dragons, House of the Dragons, which is very serious all the time. There's nothing funny about that show. So yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what my thought was, too. Like, this feels... the story of Duncan the Tall is... like, we haven't read the books, so we're going off of things that everybody else has been telling us about this story. So if we get some facts wrong, please be nice in the comments. But his story is supposed to be much more lighthearted than, maybe not necessarily a funny story, but much more lighthearted about his journey of being one of the great knights that is brought up in the book during the Game of Thrones original series.
Right.
And so to go back and tell this story of this great knight, when we've had all these examples of other great warriors in the story, not necessarily great knights, although we get there with Brienne, but I like this idea. I like this idea of going back and telling this story because it is lighthearted, because it's HBO, and they will spend the money on the actual spots, the actual sets, the actual costumes, and that was all evident in this in this trailer.
Right. Well, and it's they all the Game of Thrones stuff is just sitting around in the back lot, other than what they're using for House of the Dragons. So
we joked about the belly dance scene or the party scene at night, fire breathing scene. We were part of a medieval reenactment group for 20 plus years, we've been to those events, those parties at night. Everybody's had a cocktail or something in their horn or their mug. And we're all wearing costumes of medieval theme. And so that was very triggering for us because
Minus the fire.
minus the fire.
They wouldn't allow
No fire spinners or fire
Fire
breathers. You could
wheelers.
have a fire pit,
pit, but you can't
depending on where we were at.
when you were under a fire watch.
But so, like, when I was saying that this is right in our wheelhouse, we've been to these types of tournaments. We've been to these kind of these. We identify with these kinds of tropes that come with the Middle Ages of a commoner becoming a common knight, becoming a noble knight, and that whole process. And so I'm a duke, whatever.
Now,
But so that's very like that's going to be my draw is to watch somebody else go through what I went through, and so I'm very interested in that. But what does this mean for the overall Game of Thrones story? Is what I'm very interested for. Is this just we want to have fun with the individual story that George wrote, or does this have implications to House of the Dragon, which is before House of the Dragon is before this, and the Game of Thrones series, which is after this?
right. Well, I kind of like this. Star Wars has done this, not on purpose, but going back and filling in more, meat to the original story and giving you backstory, and I like it.
I like that's one of the things about Star Wars that I love so much is the world building. They give you a little hint of something in one story. You fought in the Clone Wars, and then
Yeah.
they go back later and spend 8 seasons talking about the Clone Wars. Like it's like
Yeah.
I think that's a
and
really,
it makes the original thing rewatchability.
Yeah.
Because then you're like that one little throwaway line has so much more implication.
We have a lot of other things to watch, but I would go watch Game of Thrones right now, like
Oh, yeah.
all 87,000 hours
Yeah,
of it.
well, okay, we need to do Stranger Things before the new season drops, and then we can do Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. So let us know what you thought of this trailer and our reaction to it in the comments down below. If you want to have us do a week-to-week discussion of each episode, let us know in the comments as well. We've done that in the past with other shows, with Game of Thrones specifically, and we don't get a ton of traction out of it for what the effort that we put in. So if you want to see that kind of conversation with two people who understand the stuff, the shows, but maybe not necessarily the books, let us know that in the comments too. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, follow us on all the social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok. I'm writing for the Geekery. All those links are in the description down below. And fun fact, George was at the panel today at New York City Comic Con.
Nice.
Good for George. Finish the series. And until next time, cult members, good afternoon, good evening, and good night now.